angels tied in the hands. Can't breathe to scream. Long way down. Suffocating endless dream. Long way down. Long way down. Long way down. Losing all I know. Hope is dropped and lost. Walking a tightrope bound to slam. Sound is a twisted lullaby. Touch is the slice before the blind. Soon something's got to give in. Can lose control. Remember to focus, so I can find my way out. Can't breathe to the street. Long way down. Suffocating endless dream. Long way down. Long way down. Long way down. Don't give up the light. Using every last breath. Escaping the long way down.
Okay, hello everyone, and welcome to episode 2 of the Forever Dead podcast with me, your host, Nightcrawler. How is everyone doing today? I hope you're all doing well, man. Shout out to everybody that joins here live, and hello to everyone watching later on the recording, man. Welcome to welcome. Episode 2, man. So today we've got something a little bit different, especially from the last podcast episode. We're going to be doing something a little bit more, I don't know what you'd call it, but it's quite different, okay? It is quite different, alright? To put it lightly, it is quite different, dude. So, basically, we're just gonna be talking today about random video game ideas, man. Talk about sequels, prequels, new IPs, remakes, all that shit. So, for people here live watching right now, be sure to get in on the chatter. Come up with your own ideas and get a discussion going, man. So, yeah, I've got some shit I want to talk about today, especially one game, actually, which I actually will wait for somebody actually, because they actually gave me the idea. Isaac, you guys know Isaac, right? He actually came up with the idea, so I think I'll actually wait for him to join, if he does, hopefully, and then we'll talk about it then. If he doesn't join though, then I'll just talk about it anyway, but I will wait before I talk about that, you know? So, yeah. This is an idea that I've wanted to do for quite a while, you know? I've actually done something similar before with a couple of games. I don't know if anybody will remember this, but, you know, a good couple of years ago at this point, I did a couple of episodes of this sort of, I did one on Callisto Protocol, around about when that game came out, you know, with how disappointing that game was. You know, I came on here with my older podcast before we've rebranded it, and we were talking a bit about that game, you know, and we also did it with the RE4 remake. You know, you guys know how I feel about RE4 remake, so we came on here and talked once again about some random bollocks regarding that game right there. Thing is though, back then it was kind of a mess, you know. It was a little bit sloppy, a little bit you know, unprofessional or whatever, so hopefully this one will be a bit better. Hopefully, okay? We'll see, dude. We'll see. Some people, you know, there seems to be an interest for it. You know, I did a poll, you know, a couple of polls, did one on Discord and also did one on YouTube, asking like, you know, would you guys be interested in it? You know, there was quite a lot of yeses, so there seems to be an interest for it, you know. But I guess we'll see, dude. I guess we'll see, because, you know, I like doing this type of stuff, you know. I like doing these types of passion projects. I did a couple of, you know, very in-depth, detailed game pitches, so to speak. I did one on a new old school style Resident Evil game, and I did one on a Left 4 Dead style game, you know, very in-depth, you know, it was kind of like a slideshow. Yeah, they were basically like slideshows, you know, and I like doing stuff like that. What can I say, dude? It's not stuff I do very often because, you know, it's not really the most, you know, not really the best thing to do, but, you know, I did it anyway because it was fun to do, you know. So that's why I'm doing this shit today. It's basically just a little bit of a passion project, you know. Because I think I'm not the only one that has plenty of ideas for video games, but doesn't, you know, obviously you can't go out and make it, can you? You know, you can't just whip together fucking, you know, a few fucking $1 million, get yourself a team and just make a video game, you know? It's basically a dream, you know, a dream thing, right? That you'll actually be able to make a video game. So, you know what? The best thing for it is a little bit of fan fiction, I guess. And you can talk about shit that you're actually interested in, you know? Which is exactly what we'll do today. Hey, how you doing there? Hello, Frost. Why are you on YouTube, dude? How come you're not on, Kick? I'd like to see a game where disc throwing and a force glove that works like Fia's cannon shotter. Yeah. Shit, you know what? I don't know what the hell that is, dude, but I'm sure it's cool, man. I'm sure it's hella cool, brother. But, you know, welcome, Frost. How you doing there today, dude? You know, good to see you, brother. Welcome, man. I think that's the first time I've seen you on YouTube. Honestly, you know, I can see your comments, right? They're showing up on screen, but nobody's probably going to be able to see them, so you might want to go to Kick, dude. Otherwise, you know, people aren't going to see your comments, dude. It's that name, bro. Unless you change that name and that profile picture, you're basically invisible on YouTube, you know. How you doing, by the way, Ralph? Good to see you there, dude. Oh, you're streaming on Kick? Yeah, I am. Of course, dude. Of course. I know I only left the link on YouTube for YouTube, but that's because you can't schedule streams on Kick, you know. So that's why I only did that, you know. Latalaros was complaining about that shit last time, you know. Man, leave the link, dude, for kick, you know? Why did you do the kick link, god damn it? You know? And that's why, okay? But yeah, how you doing there, Ralph? Good to see you there, brother. And welcome, oh, there you go, Frost. Good to see you, man. Okay, how to refresh, yeah. Yeah, welcome, Frost Wolf. How you doing there, dude, you know? It's good to have you here, man, because I know that you are very, you know, you're kind of like me, man. You know, you have lots of ideas, and you like to talk about those ideas, so, you know, all those times that you're on Discord talking to, you know, people or talking to yourself about those ideas, here's the perfect place to do it. So, you know, don't be shy now, people. Throw all your ideas at the table, dude. That's the whole point of this stream. So, you know, go crazy, dude. Go crazy, brother. Go crazy, man. Or should I say brothers, you know? Not just one person here, man. Shit. Okay. I wish I knew game development. Now would be a good time to create great games, yeah. Yeah, no, right, dude. That's the thing, isn't it? You know, you can't just go out and make your own game. That, you know, it's not that simple, man. Video games are expensive as hell. You gotta get these big-ass teams, you know. It's not an easy thing, man. You know, the closest thing to make your own game is doing, like, some indie-type shit. But, you know, even indie games, you know, it's hard work, bro. You know, it's hard work, man. Shit ain't cheap, man. Hey, how you doing there, Rayo, mate? What's up? Good to see you there, brother. How are you doing today, my boy? But, yeah. Shit, dude, you know? There's a game that I really want to talk about, but I want to wait for Isaac to join, like I said, but that's that fucking Terminator 1 game that, that Isaac was talking about, man. You know, while we were playing RoboCop, Isaac was like, you know, it'd be cool if it was a game based on Terminator 1, or at least Terminator 1 Terminator, you know, the evil Arnold. Like a first-person shooter. Dude, I'm all over that fucking idea, man. That shit would be seriously badass, dude. And you know what, man? Revisiting that fucking... I watched that movie again recently, you know? Great fucking movie, dude, Terminator 1. That's, like, easily the best one in the series. You know, Terminator 2, man. Terminator 2 is awesome, but I think Terminator 1 is better, man. And, dude, I got some cool ideas, you know, for that shit, man. You know, I want to wait for Isaac, though. I don't know if he's going to join, that's the thing, you know? Like, I want to talk about it right now, but... Shit, man, you know. But yeah, man, you know, you know, you guys in the chat right now, man. If you could make, like, if you could make your own game, man, like, what would you make, dude? Like, what type of genre to begin with, man? You know, would you make a, you know, first-person shooter, man, fast-paced first-person shooter, horror game, you know, old-school style horror? Action horror, you know, hacker slash platform, you know. What would be your dream game? Shit, man, I don't know if I could pick one dream game. You know, there's so many fucking games that I would like to make, you know. I would love to make some sort of action horror game that combines like elements of RE4, Evil Within, and Dead Space 2, you know, like the ultimate action horror game. That shit would be so fucking good. I remember like years ago I had some ideas for that shit, man. But also, you know, make a fucking an old school first person shooter, some shit, or hacker slash game, you know, a military FPS game, yeah. Are we talking like you know, like kind of like Call of Duty, I guess? I'm guessing though you'd want to have a bit of a twist on that, man, because maybe something like kind of like Trepang 2, right? Trepang 2, that's sort of like a military shooter, but it takes like elements from Fear with like slow motion. It looks really fucking cool, dude. Seriously fucking cool. Hey, how you doing there, Retro Geek? Good to see you, man. I hope you're doing well there, brother. I love Terminator 1 and Yo Crawler. Old school style horror and action horror would be what I'd make, yeah. Oh, definitely, man. I would definitely like to make a really, you know, a creepy old school style horror game, an action horror game, you know, a hacker slash game, a fucking, you know, an action-packed first-person shooter, dude, you know. But yeah, that Terminator 1 shit, okay? We'll wait a little bit and see if Isaac joins, okay? Because it was his idea after all, so if he isn't able to participate in his own idea for his own fucking for the game he, brought up, then, I want to be a bit fair to him, so we'll wait a little bit and see if he joins, but if not, then, we'll have to leave him behind, dude. Similar to old school Silent Hill and original Fear, yeah? Oh, dude, man, absolutely, man. I would totally make an old school survival horror game, Obviously heavily inspired by Silent Hill, Resident Evil even, like if I was gonna, it would definitely be fixed camera, of course, absolutely, man. Totally, man. Pure psychological horror, Fear 1 extraction point meets Half-Life mod. Feel Intensity meets Uber Soldier 2 meets Love, Death, Robots, Kill Team. Yeah, that's combining a lot of shit right there, dude, mate, yeah. That's like, shit, I'm sure it'd be crazy, dude. Totally, bro. But yeah, that fucking horror game, man, shit, dude. Like if I was gonna make a horror game, I would plan, my plan would be to make the creepiest, most unsettling, fucked up horror game, Like, I'm talking really fucked up shit in there, dude, Super extreme, ban-worthy type shit, Very controversial, Totally, dude. Of course you're gonna have the fixed camera in there, the limited ammo, that type of shit, limited resources in that, man. But in terms of like enemies, I'd be having like, of course, like really extreme enemies, I'm talking like kid enemies and stuff, man. You gotta involve the children, bro, Like, I don't know what it is, but there's something really fucked up about including children in horror games of that, Just really makes it much more fucked up, Definitely. Like, obviously you got that enemy from Cry of Fear, where it has the fetus, Like, this, I don't know, shit. Like that right there, that enemy is like the easily like the best enemy in that fucking game, dude. I would love to have some sort of enemy like that, Jesus, dude. But yeah, I don't know what half of those games are, Frost, that Half-Life mod, I don't know what that is, dude. Uber Soldier, I never played the Uber Soldier. Oh, Love, Death and Robots, that's that Netflix show that you mentioned that time. What is old school Survivor to you? Or what is old school survival horror? I think it's pretty simple, what is old school survival horror? I think just, PS1 type PS2 era, It doesn't have to particularly have a certain camera perspective, I think it comes down to personally, to me, if I was gonna, like, what is an old school survival horror game, I'd probably narrow it down to a few key elements, gritty visuals, a fixed perspective, limited resources, and pretty much that's it. It's pretty simple. It's not really that. Doesn't need that many things, really. Because that is old school right there. Even like with the perspective, because like obviously due to those hardware limitations, a lot of games back then they were all pretty much fixed camera. Like third person, that wasn't really a thing until PS2 pretty much, especially first person. There's very few first person horror games on PS2. That was mainly a thing that came around in 360, around about that era. That's when games like Condemned were coming out, and Metro, stuff like that, and Fear, of course. And even stuff like, PC games like Amnesia, isn't that like mid-2000s type shit there? I don't even know. Limited resources, limited saves, non-linear navigations, puzzles that make you think, fixed cameras, how you do it right. Yeah. Oh yeah, puzzles of course, you know. Fixed camera, gritty visuals, limited resources, limited saves, open, you know, semi-open world navigation, right? And puzzles, yeah. Yeah, you know, that's that, yeah, I agree, dude. I agree on that. Screw the auto-saves, yeah, innit, man? Auto-saves should never be in a horror game, you know? I mean, I'm not saying that it needs to be like Resident Evil where you have limited saves, but at least make it like Silent Hill where you have to actually, you know, get to a save spot, right? Not fucking trigger an auto-save and, you know, you die, oh, you just go back to that, you just go back like 5 minutes. No, that's not how you do it, man. Autosaves is such a you know, autosaves really ruins a part of the tension, you know, because it takes away that that safety of oh wait, if I die in this new unknown unexplored area that I don't know what's ahead, it don't matter because I have a checkpoint like 2 minutes ago, you know, like not knowing what's ahead and not knowing if you'll die and, you know, oh shit, I didn't save, you know, I ain't saved in a while, man, you know, adds a layer of tension and shit, dude. Totally. An FPS shooter horror where you play as someone like Point Man with slow man over abilities with squad mates. Puzzle environment like Half-Life. Oh yeah? Shit, you know what, man? That kind of reminds me of Jericho, dude. Clive Barker's Jericho, man. That game right there is kind of similar to what you're talking about. Not really with puzzles and Half-Life environments though, but with the first person with the squad mates, yeah. You know, in that game, it's the first person shooter, and you can switch between your different squad mates, and they have different weapons and stuff. Like, you got one guy with, like, a minigun, you got this, like, this like, religious dude, and he has, dual-wield pistols, and you can have different ammo types for that shit. And you have this chick with, like, a knife and an SMG. Fighting, like, from LDR, Kill Team Kill. I don't know what that is. I'm sure it's good, though. Hey, how you doing there, Dexmon? Good to see you there, brother. It's funny because in Resident Evil, it populated areas like Raccoon City. There definitely should have been zombie children walking around, but shooting and killing kids would be controversial, yeah. Yeah, that's true out there, you know. Definitely should have been kids, especially in RE3, you know. Yeah, like that's what I would do. Like, you know, say if we were to make like a proper remake of RE3, right? You know, fuck what we got, man. That game's ass. We all know that. But you know, if we were to make like a proper RE3 remake, I would add children, dude. Definitely. I mean, it's a city, like you said, right? Like, RE2 makes sense because you're in the police station, right? You're in the sewers under the police station, science labs and shit. Obviously, there's not going to be children there. Why the hell would there be children in a police station? But RE3, that was a great opportunity to, you know, add something we hadn't seen in the previous Resident Evils, because, you know, just like RE2, RE1, you know, why would there be children there, you know, in this mansion? So it actually makes sense for there to be no children, but since we went to a city, right, and something new, right, you know, we've already had 2 games, it's the 3rd game, let's do something fresh, right? Introduce zombie children. How fucking cool would that be? I wouldn't give a fuck about the controversy, dude. Fuck all the whining little babies and shit, you know? I would, honestly. Thea has really good ambient music. Hey, how you doing there, Madara? Good to see you there, brother. I'm doing good, yeah. You know, what about you, dude? What about you, man? Are you doing good? I'm doing good. Are you doing good? Absolutely. But yeah, Dex, man, you know, I know that you're a big fan of RE3 and since you just brought it up, but, you know, what are some things that you would have added to the remake, you know? Like, obviously, you got the visuals and stuff and redone voice acting, but what about something actually new? Some new mechanics, some new features, what would you add, you know? The children The zombie children would be a great idea, you know? Because it's, Raccoon City, right? That would definitely be a good idea right there. Maybe you could even expand on the ammo crafting. Because that's something that I'm always complaining about when they do these remakes, is that they're adding crafting, especially in 4, man. RE4 did not need fucking crafting. It just doesn't make sense. Like, why did they water down the crafting in RE3 Remake, but then add unnecessary crafting to 4, you know? I don't get that, like, you know? Why not keep the crafting out of 4 and maybe expand it in the 3rd game, you know? Maybe, though, I don't know, because it was already kind of in-depth in the 1st game, and it might, to make it more in-depth might make it a bit fucking annoying. Fear 2 should have had piles of dead children in the school level and shown them getting executed. Yeah, that would have been cool right there. Yeah, I remember that level, dude. That's a cool level right there in the school. That would have been really fucking cool, man. Also, you know what that fucking reminds me, dude? You know what, RE2, right? You know how in the original RE2, you have the orphanage, but you never get to go inside the orphanage. Imagine in the remake, right? You go into, right, because they added the ability to go into the orphanage, and not for long though. It was fucking incredibly underused and underwhelming. Really big missed opportunity, but that's something I would add, man. So obviously RPD, sewers, science lab, no zombie children, right? But imagine Claire's campaign remake, right? They add the orphanage, they make it playable, they make it an entirely new area, something completely fresh. Imagine it's full of zombie kids. That would be great right there, dude. That would be a seriously cool fucking idea. It's an orphanage, obviously there's gonna be children in there, dude. You know? Fucking kid corpses and shit, blood, and zombie. Come on, dude. That would be seriously cool right there. No adults, just all children. That would be very reminiscent and a great inspiration from the school, from Silent Hill 1, you know? I would add that. I would add that right there. That would be fucking horrifying, dude. Just imagine that, man. The entire time, you don't see any children, you know? And then you go into this orphanage, it's just full of zombie kids. That'd be horrifying, you know? Yeah, definitely would have added zombies of all ages. Fuck that controversial bullshit, yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely, dude. Classic RE3 really gets spoke about, has good puzzles. It does! That game has some of the trickiest puzzles from memory. Oh, man. But yeah, definitely a waste, dude. You know what, though? While we're on the topic of RE2 Remake, something that I had an idea for. It actually wasn't originally my idea. I believe somebody actually brought it up. But there was an idea that somebody brought up one time for RE2 Remake, and that was, well, obviously you have the Crimson Heads, right, in the first Resident Evil remake, but it'd be cool if they brought that back, but rather than just taking the same old Crimson Heads, they could, you know, like mix it up a little bit, and maybe you could have Crimson Liquors, dude. You know, Crimson Liquors, bro. Like, but the thing is, right, is that there already is kind of like Crimson Liquors. Something that was removed from the remake, by the way. But I don't know if you guys remember, but in the original RE2, there isn't just liquors, there is those elite liquors, which are like, you know, they have longer legs, they have like these big blades in their arms, and they're black, you know? I think they're called elite liquors or some shit, you know? So maybe You know, rather, because the thing is, with those elite lickers, they are super cool, but they don't show up until the end of the game. You know, the laboratory, and the laboratory is a pretty short section. You really don't do much there. And the elite lickers, the enhanced lickers, I think they're underused, right? So I think they should take that fucking enemy right there and, you know, do something more of it, dude. Seriously, incorporate more into the game. So maybe you could redesign them rather than being, you know, an elite licker that just shows up at the end of the game. Maybe you could incorporate it to some sort of Crimson Head system where if you kill not Crimson Heads, lickers, then maybe they come back as a Crimson Licker, which are basically those elite lickers. You know, you could give them a new kind of design, you know. Make them look really fucked up. Keep the big ass claws though. You know, those big blade arms that they have, keep that shit in there. Give them some really detailed, fucked up, mutated shit to them, you know. Have some fucking, I don't know, some exposed rib cages or something. Make them look more fucked up and shit. And have to be like super fucking deadly. I'm talking like one fucking hit they kill you. Really fucking dangerous. But you know, but you know, also they could maybe they could transform in a different way, you know, rather than it being just oh, you kill them and they come back to life as a licker. Maybe they could transform in some different way, you know. Because something that I did like about the remake was that they added, you know, being able to sneak past them, right? Because lickers are blind. So the thing is, right, say you add the stealth shit where you can sneak past the lickers, then you would never kill them. Because, you know, that's the case in the actual RE2 remake, is that you never kill lickers in that game because you don't need to, and it actually makes the game harder to kill them because your weapons are so fucking useless against them, especially Leon's shotgun. It's terrible. So, you know, if you're gonna add the stealth mechanic, then... Or maybe that could really make the stealth mechanic much more important, you know? I think the problem, though, is that it's way too easy to sneak past them in the remake, so maybe do this, you know? Add the ability to sneak past them by walking, right? And just make it harder to get past them, because it's way too easy to sneak past the lickers in the remake, you know? Have them be more fidgety, you know, they move around more, rather than just sort of standing in place and slowly walking. Make them more riled up and shit, you know, they can hear the slight footsteps, you know, makes them go crazy a little bit. And obviously, it would add much more emphasis to that stealth mechanic where, you know, I think what they did, obviously in the remake, like I said, but they are really hard to kill if you try and kill them. So rather than just adding that bullshit where, okay, if you alert them, then they become super hard to kill, you know, your weapons are fucking useless. Rather than adding that stupid shit, which we all know Capcom love to make their enemies super spongy. So rather than doing that, make it more like, oh shit, if I alert this licker, then I'm gonna have to kill him or try and escape. He's super quick, and if I kill him, then he's gonna come back as a Crimson Licker, you know, and that adds that psychological horror. You know, it's a twist, it's a take on the Crimson Head, right? And it just makes it way more fucking dangerous, dude. Because, yeah, those lickers in the original are really not that dangerous. You can usually run past them, or you can fuck them up with a shotgun. I think that'd be sweet right there. That's a great way of utilizing those elite lickers more into a more, into a better mechanic that's way more heavily featured in the game. I think that's a sick idea right there, dude. Honestly, here is an idea, Crawler. Pregnant zombie woman, then fetus bursts out their womb, starting crawling at you. That could be cool, you know. Zombie, you know, yeah, a zombified pregnant woman, right? Like maybe you kill her, you know, okay, shoot her fucking head off, she falls to the ground, stomach starts fucking vibrating, rumbling, boom, baby, zombie fetus bursts out the fucking stomach, starts crawling on the floor, you know, crying and shit. That'd be fucking good right there, dude. That's a cool idea right there. I like that. That's like the shit from Cry of Fear. That is really fucking cool right there. I love that idea, dude. That's a great idea right there. Have all that shit, dude, you know? Zombified pregnant women where they die, their fucking zombie fetus comes out their stomach, you know? Zombified children in the orphanage, zombie children in the fucking city of, in Raccoon City? Dude, come on, man. This is what I mean. These fucking RE remake fanboys be glazing those games, but look at the potential that these games could have had, you know? But hey, all we do is hate, right? All we do is complain. Fuck off, man. It's a joke. I hate how RE2 OG don't do what comics did. Lickers became evolution lickers by eating the super liquor after Leon killed it, escape with Ada. Oh yeah, you mentioned that before, didn't you? Imagine lickers transforming like Crimson Heads, dude, that would be insane, yeah. What do you think about that idea right there, though? Zombie tigers. I don't know, man. Zombie tigers is pretty wild, you know. RE2 though might be a bit over the top, you know. Like, why would there be tigers there? Like, maybe in a zoo, you know. Like, shit, man. Say, you know, let's say they made a Resident Evil game and a part of it takes place in a zoo, you know. You go for a zoo, right? Absolutely, dude, you know. But I think having zombie tigers in RE2 would be a bit, you know, like, why would they be there? That's the thing. It'd be a bit silly. Definitely in a zoo, though. Absolutely in a zoo. Oh, Isaac, how you doing there, brother, man? Good to see you, man. I've been waiting for you, dude, you know? I want to talk about your bloody Terminator idea. I've been, you know, I did the, you know... I was a little bitch and talked about that shit without you. I was waiting for you to join, man. What's the topic? Well, wait, RE? Not particularly RE, just any video game idea, you know? There's no particular game. If you have an idea for a video game, then we'll talk about it, you know? But that idea you had, brother, the Terminator 1 first-person shooter game, I want to talk about that, dude. I have some cool ideas, man. You know, I was waiting for you to join, though. I didn't want to do it without you. If I want to remake RE2 again, I'd love to point you as a creative director. Oh yeah, definitely. Crawler can be the director of RE2 remake, dude. Hey, let's be honest, man. I'll probably make a better remake, and I have no fucking experience at all. But you know what it is? You know what I do have, right? I may not have any experience in making video games, but I have the love for the source material, and I have the passion, you know. Why do you think a game like Cry of Fear is so good? Because, you know, like, yeah, Cry of Fear is not a high-budget game. It's made by these small fucking, you know, these inexperienced game developers. But what they have that makes up for that lack of experience is the passion and the love, you know? That's why that game's so good right there. A zombie elephant, yeah. I could join today because it's a holiday in my country. Oh yeah? Well, that's perfect timing then, dude. Let Benjamin be the director. Oh my goodness, dude. That, man, could you imagine? Oh god. Comics is a plot that involves zombified animals. Yeah, zombified animals, that's like RE0 type shit right there, because obviously in RE0, they were experimenting with the virus in that game, you know? Absolutely. But yeah, Isaac, man, and now, you know, that Terminator idea, dude, I had some fucking ideas for that shit, actually. So I actually recently rewatched that movie, right? Because, you know, once you mentioned that shit, you know, because you came up with the idea, you know, while we're playing RoboCop, Isaac was like, you know, wouldn't it be cool if there was a game, you know, a first-person action game based on Terminator 1, you know, where you play as evil Terminator? And I was like, dude, that'd be fucking badass right there. So, you know, you're kind of the inspiration for this stream right here, so thank you for that. And after you brought that up, I went back and I revisited Terminator 1, you know, to refresh my memory on that shit, and, you know, that could definitely be made into a fucking game, dude. Definitely. Like, people that watch Terminator 1 may think, well, how would you make it into an action game? Because all Terminator does is he visits, you know, all he does is he basically just hunts down Sarah Connor. Well, I think it's pretty simple, actually. Obviously, you don't need to make it one-to-one with the film, you know? You just need to base it on the film. Like, you know, like picture this, right? So, obviously, the best way to start off the game would be with the iconic cutscene, you know, where he teleports into the past, you know, 1986, whatever the hell it is, right? So he teleports in with the electricity, he's all naked and shit, you know. That could be the very first cutscene. Obviously, you gotta recreate that cutscene right there. That's like an iconic cutscene there, you know. And the very first level or action sequence could be with those punks, you know where after he teleports in and he's looking around a little bit, you know, and he finds those punks with the crazy hair, right? And he stabs one of them, and then the other one kind of gives up his jacket. Well, you know what? Rather than just that being, obviously that's very short for the movie, for a video game, we take that and we enhance it, dude, you know? We build upon that, right? And that's actually really good as well, because you have a short cutscene of him teleporting in, and you can get straight into the action, dude. And the very first action sequence would be with those punks, but rather than being just 3 of them, where Arnie just fucks them up and gets his clothes straight away, that would be an entire mission, you know? So you have a whole gang of these punks, right? You have those, you know, he walks up to them, you know, can I have your clothes and shit, you know, and then obviously a fight starts. They call for backup, there's like fucking a whole gang of them, right? So that could be your first fucking level right there. You know? You go in there, you kill this fucking gang of punks with the crazy hair, and, you know, at the end of the mission, just like the movie, you know how the guy's like, leant up against the wall and he starts taking his jacket off? Then that could happen there, you know? So, that'd be a cool first mission right there, you know? Teleport in, big fight with the street punks, get the clubs, and that's your first level right there, dude. And that actually makes sense to the movie, right? You know? Obviously, in the movie, they don't have a big gang, it's just a couple of them, but it would make sense, you know? They look like they have a gang. And for a video game, it would actually make sense, right? Arnold arrives with his donga, yeah. Yeah. I guess with the first person perspective, you don't have to worry about seeing that, dude. Your clothes, give them to me now, of course, you know, you gotta have that in there, dude. Dude, you are literally describing the upcoming Terminator 2 No Fate game. Oh yeah, I've seen that, dude. I saw that the other day. Looks cool, man. Instead of just Sarah Connor, he could have other victims on his list too. Yeah, dude, you know, that could be it, right? Absolutely. That's usually a pretty common video game formula right there. Actually, right now, I'm playing a game at the moment that has that video game formula, you know? But I guess a game that maybe you'd get a better understanding from is, you know, something like Saints Row, you know? You know how Saints Row, the whole formula of that game is that you have the different gang leaders, right? So maybe they could do something like that, you know? Like Sarah Connor could be the main one, but you could have some other miscellaneous ones perhaps. But yeah, before I talk about some of the other levels, like what would the gameplay be like, the core gameplay? Well, you know what, I would take, definitely take some inspiration from that RoboCop game, you know? That RoboCop game had a good foundation. It was kind of missing, some opportunities in places, but I think that RoboCop had a good foundation, and I would definitely use that foundation and build upon that to make this cool Terminator 1 game. The more damage Terminator takes, the more his robot self reveals. I guess that'd be kind of hard in a first person perspective, but you know, hey, maybe they could have something kind of like Doom, you know, where they have like a little face or something. Or maybe in the scan mode, because obviously it's Terminator, we have to have his scan, so, you know, obviously we'll talk about how the scan could work, but maybe when he's in the scan mode, he has like a little picture of Arnold that you can see, like what you just described right there, you know? Since it's first person, you can't really see it. But, yeah, to me, I think the way that I would design this game's core gameplay is kind of like the RoboCop game, like I said. You know, it's first person, shooting enemies, and also with a scanning mechanic, you know? But also I want a lot of different environmental shit, you know? Like shootable barrels, you know, destructible environments, you know? Fucking electrified fences, you know, throwing enemies into electrified fences, you know? I want a lot of environmental shit, you know? Like Darkness 2, Bulletstorm, that type of shit. I think environmental combat is incredibly fun and underrated. We would definitely have to have that type of shit, you know? And just like RoboCop, I would like the ability to grab enemies. I thought that was really cool, man. I love that mechanic where you can grab the enemies in RoboCop. Some brutal, gory grab executions. Yeah, you see, you read my mind, dude. So yeah, we're gonna take that RoboCop grab mechanic and we're gonna go fucking overkill with that shit, you know? We're gonna have the ability to throw them at walls, throw them into electrified fences, throw them at explosive barrels, throw them through windows, throw them into the ocean, but also executions, you know? So rather than just, because that's the thing with that game is that it was cool that you could grab them, but you couldn't do an execution, you know? Like, rip their fucking head off. We gotta have some shit like that, you know? Like, of course, one execution could be from the movie, you know where he picks up the street punk and he stabs him. That could be an execution, you know. Maybe rips, use his hand and fucking jams it into his chest, rips his beating heart out, you know, rips his head off, gouges his eye out or some shit. You know, rips his fucking arms off, you know, just go crazy, dude. Crazy gore and shit. Have a bunch of executions, you know? Tons of different executions. You definitely gotta have the stab, yeah. The fucking gut stab with the knife from the movie. Obviously, you gotta have that in there. Have one where he uses his left hand, you know, punctures it into his chest, rips out his beating heart, you know? That could be a cool one. You know, fucking rips his fucking head off. Rips his fucking arms off his shit. Screaming in agony. Absolutely. Definitely gotta have lots of gore and executions. Kind of like Punisher, you know? Like Punisher, you can grab the enemies and use them as a human shield, but you can also do some fucking brutal executions. But another thing that I would like to do is something that I thought they would have had in RoboCop, but also the ability to use them as a human shield. So lots of different choices when grabbing enemies. You know, you can pick them up, you can throw them at whatever. You can just kill them right there, get an easy execution, some gory shit, you know, some gore porn for you. Or you can use them as a human shield, you know, grab them with your arm, put them in front of you, and use your offhand and shoot the enemies, you know, use them as a human shield, dude. So that's awesome right there, right, you know? We're taking that cool feature from RoboCop and we're just making it even better, adding more shit to it. Oh yeah, is it Madara? Really? I'm surprised, dude. I thought it was like some small div. I love environmental combat, yeah, me too. Dude, environmental combat is awesome, man. Really fun, dude. I think one game that does it, you know, that definitely is one of the best at it is Bulletstorm. The environmental combat is great in that game, you know. And I would love to see that in this game as well. Like I said, you know, fucking throw them at electrified fences or some shit, you know, impale them on spikes on the wall and shit, you know. Like, obviously, you'd have to make it logical as to why there's a spike on the wall, but you can get creative, you know. Maybe there's a ripped out street, maybe there's a street sign that's been broken, you know, you can, yeah, imagine that, dude. Like, so imagine there's a street sign, right, sticking out the floor, and it's broken, right, it's been, like, snapped off, and it's like a spike, you know. When you have them grabbed, you can walk over to it and fucking impale them on it or something, you know. Shit, you know. Maybe when you grab them, like I said, you can rip off their head, you know. So grab them, rip off their head. Maybe you can throw the fucking head at an enemy like a football. Just, you know, silly shit, right? Throw a decapitated head at another enemy, and maybe it fucking knocks them over or some shit, makes them vulnerable. I'd add to that type of shit as we try to say. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna check that game out, Midori. Absolutely, dude. It looks cool. Gouging eyes are, yes, dude. What about the healing? The healing. Do you know what? It's kind of interesting because, you know, Terminator doesn't really heal, does it? You know? How would the healing system work? Do you know what? Maybe it could be something to do with powering his system, you know, because he's a cyborg, of course, so maybe you have to find, like, electrical circuits and shit to repower your central core, or whatever the hell it is, you know? It could be kind of like that. Which I believe one of the Terminator games on PS2 had something like that. So, bro, we're not having regenerating health, okay? Regenerating health is fucking lame. So, you know, maybe that, you know, maybe power boxes or some shit, you know? You know, kind of like a first aid cabinet, right? So, you know, like a first aid cabinet, kind of like Half-Life. Aha! Do you know what I found? Okay, it'd be kind of like Half-Life. So in Half-Life, you have the first aid cabinets where it's on the wall, right? It's not like a med kit that you can use. You have to actually find the cabinet and you can replenish your health. So maybe something like that. But rather than being a first aid cabinet, it could be a power circuit thing, you know. So they're scattered around the map, you know. You can go up to them. You fucking punch your fucking hand into the, you know, some shit, and it refills your health, you know. Maybe stuff like that, you know. Stealth takedowns. I wish games had nano shields. What, stealth takedowns in Terminator? Wait, stealth in Terminator? I don't know about that, dude. Terminator's not exactly the stealthy type, you know? I don't know if stealth would be something I would add to this game. This is a balls-to-the-wall brute force game, you know? Terminator don't do no stealth. I don't know if that's what you're talking about, but I haven't played any Far Cry yet, you know? You should play them, they're good. Environmental ambient sounds and game mechanic sounds are lacking in new games, yeah. Oh, you know, of course in this game you're gonna have the badass soundtrack, of course, you know. The menu, right? The menu could be the Terminator theme, you know, the that could be the menu theme. And you could also have remixed pieces of music from the film, you know, like I think one of my favorites is the dum dum dum. You know that fucking ambient music that plays a lot in the film? That could be some music right there. I think it plays in the gun shop. Bulletstorm is great indeed, dude. Terminator heals by plasma cells or electrical charges. It definitely has to be something electrical, you know? Electrical circuits, yeah, it could be something like that. The one Terminator game, third person, one for PS2 does that. Yeah, it does. That's the game I was thinking of. Okay. Also, something else that I'd like to have in this game is, obviously, more throwback shit to the film, but we're gonna have the guns from the film, you know? Like, obviously, we have to have the iconic gun shop scene, you know? That's one of the best scenes in the movie. So we're gonna recreate that gun shop scene. That could be a cut scene, you know? Right, you know, so after you have a mission or some bollocks, you go to a fucking gun shop and you have that cool cut scene, so it could be recreated in that shit. And, obviously, we're gonna have these weapons, dude. So, what are the weapons that he uses again? So, in Terminator 1, of course he has that fucking cool Desert Eagle-looking pistol with the laser sight. We've definitely gonna have that in the game. The Spaz 12, of course, that's in the game. The Uzi 9mm. So, all those weapons that he uses in the game, in the movie, we're gonna have those in the game. Absolutely, you know? And, maybe, we could have some sort of weapon, what the hell would you call it? Like, maybe we could have some sort of weapon loadout system, kind of like a Punisher. So, you know, maybe at the start of the game, right? So after you have the level with the punks, you go to the gun shop, right? And maybe the first few guns you unlock is the pistol with the laser sight, the Spaz 12, and the Uzi. So we have a kick-ass Magnum, a shotgun, and an Uzi, right? So those are 3 guns that you unlock right at the beginning. So you could choose which of those guns to start out a mission, right? You know, faithful to the movie. And, you know, just like Punisher, maybe you can find new weapons throughout the game and you can add them to your weapon loader, you know, because you know how he's staying in the hotel, right? The motel, right? So, in Terminator 1, he stays in that motel, right? So, obviously, you know, it goes back there like multiple times to like do his iron shit. So, you know, whenever you find weapons throughout the levels, you could collect them and they could get added to your weapon cabinet back in the motel, kind of like Punisher, right? So you start out with those 3 weapons, right? They get from the gun shop. Then you find new weapons throughout the levels and they get added to your weapon cabinet in the motel, dude, kind of like Punisher. And then you can use those weapons and select them at the beginning of a new mission, you know? You know, assault rifles, shotguns, SMGs, sniper rifles, grenade launchers, pistols, you know? All them different weapons. I like that about Punisher, you know? I always like games where you can choose your weapon loader, you know? Just gives you more choice. The phase plasma rifle, yeah. I don't know if we're supposed to have that in there, you know, because it kind of wouldn't fit in with the game, you know. But hey, maybe you could have some sort of flashback sequences where you could use those futuristic weapons, you know. Because that was something I was thinking, you know, like, wouldn't it be cool, kind of like some Black Ops 2 type shit, you know? In Black Ops 2, you can play it in the past and also in the present, so maybe you could have stuff like, you know, you have a bunch of levels in the present, but you also have these other levels that take place in the future, and that's where you could use the crazy futuristic weapons, maybe. Never played Bulletstorm, yeah, you should play it. Can add a minigun to disintegrate enemies in a cloud of blood, yeah. Dude, why not, you know? I know that shit is not in the film, but it didn't have to be completely accurate to the film, you know? It's a video game, right? We can get creative with this shit. Dude, why not, dude? You know, why not, bro? You can incorporate it in there somehow. The motel could be like a save room. That is a neat idea. Yeah, that is a good idea indeed, yeah. Your hideout, you know? So after every mission, you go to the motel, aka your hideout, you know? And you can, you know, look, you know, go through your weapons. Maybe it could even be like an upgrade system, you know? I think definitely, you know? I think like, pretty much every game should have an upgrade system. Maybe finishing the game on hard mode, you can unlock his plasma rifle. You know what? I like that idea, dude. It's a new game plus weapon. You see, good idea right there, dude. Like managing your items there, like in RE. Yeah, dude. You know what? That'd be cool. You know, I like that idea actually. Yeah. You know, like so. Those weapons you find, right, they get added to your weapon cabinet, and maybe you can upgrade them, you know? Like, maybe throughout the levels, you can find some sort of, weapon upgrade currency, you know? I'm not sure what, but you can use that currency you find to upgrade your weapons, you know? Maybe add attachments to them, you know? Add a silencer to your fucking, to your Uzi or something. Add a fucking red dot sight to your AK-47, you know? We've definitely got to have an upgrade system, you know? I'd say 2 types of upgrade systems. Upgrades for your weapons and upgrades for Arnold himself. And, I guess the very first upgrade that you could unlock, I guess you would start the game with it, is your scan. How would the scan work, do you think? I'm thinking something kind of like RoboCop. I really liked how the scan was, utilized in that game, you know, where the scan is used to highlight the enemies, but maybe make it limited, you know, because being able to highlight the enemies kind of felt overpowered where you could use it constantly, so, you know, maybe it has like a cooldown or some shit, you know, like a 1-minute cooldown. Melts enemies and turns them into skeletons. Oh yeah, it disintegrates their flesh. Yeah, that sounds cool. During the scan, the screen could turn red like in the movie. Yeah, absolutely, dude. That would definitely be it, dude. Yeah. So you activate the scan, turns red, the enemies on screen all get highlighted, right? So that could be like the base, scan, you know? So by default, right, it's the very first thing you unlock, the scan. You start the game off with it, right? So you hit a button, you know, you activate it, goes red, just like the movie, you know, with the lettering and shit on screen, and it highlights any enemy on screen. And then throughout the game, you know, you could upgrade the scan to make it even better. So, you know, you could have some generic upgrades like increase the amount of time the scan remains active. You know, you could have your typical generic upgrades. You know, reduce the cooldown of the scan, but also have some more interesting ones like I don't know, like, you know, maybe increase bullet resistance while the scan is active or some shit, you know. Or maybe have some sort of Deadeye system. You know, like in Red Dead or Call of Juarez, where you go into that slow-mo mode and you can target the enemies and do like some crazy executions. Maybe something like that, you know? That could be like a major upgrade. So you activate the scan, you mark the enemies on screen by hovering your cursor over them, and then you know, press a button and he just snaps to the enemies and does like a cool group execution type thing. You know? That feels more RoboCop than Terminator, but you know, why not, dude? Oh, man. And to spot potential traps, invisible security lasers in certain buildings. Oh yeah, absolutely, dude. That's definitely something that it could be used for. You know, maybe that could be an upgrade for it. You know, so obviously it just starts out be able to scan the enemies. That's all it can do, right? And a major upgrade could be that it also highlights traps, like you said. You see, that's a good idea right there. You know, landmines, lasers. You know, that type of stuff. Yeah, I like that idea right there. And also, maybe it can be used to, you know, could be used to find secret items or some bullshit. Different color upgrade. What you mean? For the scan? Maybe upgrade scanner for making it a little easier to lock onto enemies. Yeah, kind of like an aim assist mode while this scan's active. Oh yeah, definitely, you know, definitely gonna have something like that. Like change red to blue, white to green. I mean, I guess you could have, I guess maybe there could be an option for that, you know, but I guess to be faithful to the movie, I would probably stick to red, you know. Also, obviously, and something else that we have to have is that, like, I don't know about you guys, but if I was making this game, this would be a pretty linear game, you know? Because the thing is, I'm not really the biggest fan of these open maps, you know? Like, I guess going back to that RoboCop, like, yeah, you know, RoboCop has these open levels, but what's something that I complain about in those open levels, you know? It's just like, you know, you have to walk around this shit, right? So I, like, personally, I think linear game design is really underrated, you know? Like, linear game design really, you know, allows you to have really action-packed levels, you know? Rather than having these open sections where you have to fucking walk around, you know? So, like, personally, I would make it a linear game, but not like a corridor shoot, you know? We're not talking like a Call of Duty corridor shoot. I'm talking like linear, but with actual exploration, you know? So, secret areas, right? Secret platforms and shit. Secret little doors and stuff, so... I would definitely have linear gameplay for that fast-paced, action-packed style, but plenty of exploration, you know? Like, you have to have level exploration in games. It's just fun, you know? Like, you know, in God of War, right? God of War is a linear game, but there's exploration. You can find hidden chests and stuff, so, you know, definitely gotta have something like that, you know? A reason to explore, you know? You can find, like, a little hidden ammo stashes, you know, refill your ammo. Hidden fucking health shit, you know? And also, of course, the currency system, you know? What could you use for the currency system? Like, I guess for weapons, you know? So that's something that I would do, yeah, like I said. So if I was making this game, I would have two upgrade systems. Weapon upgrades and Terminator upgrades. So I guess for the weapon upgrades, it could be just like weapon parts, you know? Weapon materials, right? Something, you know, something generic like that, so... You know, throughout your levels, you can find not just like ammo and health, but you can also find weapon upgrade materials, you know? You save up those shits and you can upgrade your weapons back at the hideout, right? So, yeah, that could be a reason to explore. You know, find a cool secret, you get, you know, a shitload of crafted materials, you know? And what could you use, like, what could the currency be for upgrading Terminator, you know? I guess it'd have to be something like I don't know, like electronic chips or some shit, right? Obviously, it's gonna be something mechanical, you know, technical type thing. So, you know, I don't know, just for, you know, I don't know, fucking microchips or some bollocks, you know? But yeah. So yeah. You can find that while exploring, you know, that's a reason to explore, you know. Hidden weapon stashes, hidden ammo stashes, health, weapon components, you know, to upgrade your weapons, and, you know, mechanical chips, you know, which you could use to upgrade Arnold. And that gives you plenty of reasons to explore out there. as well as maybe even some lore, of course. You know, you gotta have your collectibles and shit. You know, you can have your typical stupid collectibles. You know, that could be a trophy, right? You know, find all 50 hidden Arnold action figures, and you get a trophy. You know, I don't know. Increases accuracy should be a thing for Terminator. Oh yeah, that could be an upgrade, you know. Obviously, you know, like when you're upgrading Terminator, you know, like, so you find those microchips with, you know, CPU chips. You know, you find them throughout the levels or whatever. And, you know, or maybe you could just upgrade yourself with experience points, you know? Like, you know, killing enemies gives you experience points, you know. So maybe we could just do that. Like, have weapon components, weapon materials that you have to actually find throughout the levels. And then to upgrade Arnold, you can just get like generic experience points, you know, killing enemies, completing objectives, maybe finding, maybe the CPU components also give you like a large amount of XP, so you know, yeah. So you just naturally gain XP by killing enemies, you know, get bonuses for pulling off headshots, you know, special kills, you know, environmental kills, you get a bonus 10% or whatever, you know, completing objectives, you know, you get 500 XP, you know, kill a boss, get 1000 XP, and then the CPU chips, the microchips, those could be like cool bonuses that you get. So if you find a chip, right, find yourself a hidden microchip, that you get a bonus like 5000 XP. So yeah, I think something like that, because that's something that I would like to have. Is I would like to have rewards for the way you kill enemies. You know, I think that's something that's quite cool. You know, so say you kill an enemy, right? You get a standard kill, you know, a standard body shot. Maybe you get 50 XP. Get a headshot, get 100 XP. You know, do an environmental kill, you know, by killing an enemy with an explosive barrel, or, you know, throwing them off a fucking ledge or some shit, or throwing them at an electrified fence. Maybe get 150. So I would like to have different ways of rewarding the player for different ways of upgrading, killing the enemies. So, you know, I like that idea actually. Yeah. So that's our upgrade systems, you know. So semi-linear, which is in the middle, like that, kind of like old God of War or Evil West, yeah. Yeah, you know, around about that, you know, maybe a little bit more open. Well, not really open, but a little bit more, yeah, you know, roughly around that, yeah. Terminator needs to be punching walls and jumping down from high heights like Adam Jensen, Deus Ex Revolution. Oh yeah, we could have that type of stuff in there, you know, to show off his crazy strength. Maybe upgrade his CPU, yeah. Yeah, I like that idea right there. Use the experience points you get by killing enemies in, you know, different ways, and by finding microchips to upgrade Arnold's CPU to get cool upgrades. Terminator needs a chip that increases his reflex movements for sure. Sure, you know, go wild, right? You know, all types of upgrades, you know. You could have your typical generic upgrades like 20% more bloody, you know, 20% increase of movement speed, you know, 20% increase reload speed or whatever, you know. You could have all your typical generic upgrades, but also have some actual cool upgrades that change how the game plays, you know, because that's something that I like. I always like games that change how it plays. A good example of that would be a game that Midori just mentioned, Evil West, you know. In Evil West, you don't just get these generic upgrades, you actually get new moves, new abilities, new mechanics, right? So, you know, you can have all your typical generic upgrades like 10% buffs and shit, but we're also going to have some significant mechanics that you gain from these upgrades, you know. could add some funny stuff like Terminator going to the bathroom and shooting people while they're taking a shit or taking a piss. Oh, dude, absolutely, man. We're gonna definitely have a bit of cheese, dude, you know? This would not be, you know, a good video game without a little bit of cheese, bro, you know? I think every video game should have at least a little bit of cheese. But yeah, definitely, dude, you know? And of course, you know, speaking of cheese, we're gonna have fucking badass one-liners, dude. You know, one-liners galore, okay? So, you know, I'm talking like, obviously, you're playing as Arnold, right? So, while you're playing the game, while you're mowing down fucking bad guys and shit, you know, while you're killing people and, you know, shooting your way through these levels, we've got to have tons and tons of awesome quotes, you know, one-liners, cool dialogue. Obviously, we're going to have all that shit, you know? So that could be something that happens, like you said, you know. So as Isaac just said, you know, if you go into the bathroom, right, and you kill them, you know, once you kill them, you know, Arnold could say some funny one-liner, you know. Terminator needs to use Uber 2's game mechanic idea where if you knife 4 times or headshot 4 times, you go into a frenzy killing melee or shooting mode. Oh, dude, we definitely have to have some sort of rage mode, you know? Frenzy mode, rage mode, hyper mode, whatever the hell you want to call it. We've definitely got to have something like that, you know? How could it work exactly? I'm not sure how it could work, but, alright, well, let's just say, I don't know, maybe if you, you build up like a combo meter, you know, maybe we've got a combo system, right? So, you know, that could be another way of rewarding the player for the way they kill enemies. So, you know, if you play balls to the wall and very skillfully, you know, you pull off, you know, subsequent headshots or whatever, you know. So say you build up that combo, right? You could get bonus XP from that, you know. That could be another way of rewarding the player for the way they play the game, and maybe it could work towards the rage mode, you know. So yeah, let's say you activate your rage mode, you know, maybe in your rage mode you go invincible or some shit, you know. This is Terminator, right? It wouldn't be Terminator if you couldn't go invincible for at least a you know, at least a little bit, right? So maybe in his rage mode, you know, I won't call it rage mode because Arnold, you know, Terminator doesn't get angry, right? So, you know, I don't know. You guys can think of some name for it, but we'll just call it rage mode for now. So, you know, in his rage mode, he could go like invincible, you know, and summer or other, and all these other shits, you know. Definitely gonna have some sort of rage mode. Muscle upgrades to use car doors or metal sheets or as a shield. Move stuff out of the way. Oh, you know what? I like that idea right there. Yeah, that adds more depth to the environmental design, like we said. You know, that's cool right there. I like that. You know, so not only can you use enemies that you grab as a human shield, but you can also tear off car doors and use that as a human shield. I like that right there. I mean, you can even throw it at them as well. So you know. Rip off a car door, use it as a human, not human shield, but yeah, rip off a car door, use it as a shield, and then if you want, you can throw it away at an enemy, you know, smash it into them. Good idea right there, I like that. That adds to that environmental interaction that we're talking about, you know. Yeah, it could be an upgrade, like I said, you know. Could be an upgrade right there. I like that idea. Maybe you get special upgrades from Terminator boss fights. Choice pick for players, player style. Boss fights, yeah. I wonder what kind of boss fights there could be, you know? Because if we look at the movie, like what type of boss fights could there be, you know? You have to get creative with that. Terminator Resistance. Skynet Rampage can be some badass ability. Yeah. Hello there, GD. How you doing, dude? Terminator need oh, a kick. What, a kick move? Hey, why not, dude? You know, why not? Definitely have to have some sort of melee combat, you know? Not just being able to grab enemies and do executions or throw them around, but definitely have to have some more types of melee moves. You know, being able to punch them, you know, punch the heads off and shit. Yeah, definitely, yeah, man. Definitely have some melee combat in there, you know. Kicks metal garbage cans at crowd of enemies, or off the cliff, or into something hazard. Yeah, that'd be cool. I actually like that right there, yeah. So yeah, you know, picture that, right? You're shooting the enemies, you come up to a dumpster, right? You know, like one of those dumpsters, those rectangular big dumpsters. So, you know, you're shooting the enemies, you walk up to a dumpster, you kick it, and it fucking, you know, goes into an enemy and crushes them between the wall. You see? That's a good idea right there, I like that. Maybe some heavy armored cop. Yeah, sure, dude, you know? Why not, man? A juggernaut, dude. A juggernaut cop with a minigun. That could be a boss fight. Hey, maybe that's how you unlock the minigun, dude. Or maybe soldiers from the Resistance sent back in time to fight T-800, yeah. Do you know what? Maybe, dude. You know, like that's very different for Terminator 1, but hey, then again, you know, this is it's not really heavily based on Terminator 1, this idea. It's sort of loosely based on it, you know? Like, we're not making it one-to-one like Terminator 1, so why not, you know? Why not, bro? That could be cool. So, obviously, Terminator has been sent back in time to kill Sarah Connor, aka John Connor, so maybe the, you know, the Resistance fighters, they sent back their own robots, and you know, they could be an enemy right there. You know what? Good idea, dude. Good idea, actually. That's an interesting way of incorporating robots into it. Slow-mo breach mode. Yeah, sure, dude. Sure, you know, I did like that there. Slow-mo's cool, you know. That could be an upgrade you get as well, you know. If you upgrade your, you know, you know, get enough upgrade points, you can get a slow-mo ability. Yeah, of course, you know, slow-mo ability, and also the breach mode. Yeah, throw that in there as well, that'd be cool. Bosses will be difficult to come up with since everything in the past is not much of a match for him, yeah. Yeah, you'd have to get creative, you know, and out of the box with that one. Melee with the rifle stock to knock down enemies that blast them, Gears of War execution. Yeah, that could be an idea as well, you know, like, not just grab executions, but also different types of execution animations, yeah. So say you're using like a assault rifle, you know, you go up to an enemy, melee him with the butt of the weapon, you know, he smashes his fucking face, and he gets knocked down, and then maybe you could perform like a little animation where you just blast his head off, you know. You see, Frost has a lot of cool ideas. I love executions and stuff, you know, execution animations, man. Also, environmental animations, Punisher style. We could have that as well, you know. Maybe you go into a, you know, I don't know, say you go into like a butcher's shop, you know, and there's like those those hooks, you know, in a butcher's shop, what you use to hang meat on. That could be an environmental execution right there, you know. You could grab them and, you know, fucking hook them on that or some shit. Yeah, dude, man, definitely gonna have tons of environmental executions, man, Punisher style. Throw them into fucking electrified fences and on meat hooks and shit. Hell yeah. Into barbed wired fences. Get super creative with that shit, man. I love environmental executions and shit. I guess a helicopter boss. Sure, dude, that could be a boss, you know. Helicopter boss, juggernaut, you know, super armored juggernaut cop boss, you know, that could be one. Some robots sent back, like Isaac said. He kills John Connor at the end as Skynet takes over. That's the good ending, yeah. Oh, dude, we definitely have to take that. We would 100% be changing the ending, you know? Like, we can't be having the actual Terminator 1 ending where Terminator dies, you know? Terminator has to actually win. Like, Kyle Reese, he could probably be the final boss, you know? Kyle Reese is the final boss, and then he kills Sarah Connor, you know? Like, we can't make Sarah Connor a boss because she's not a, you know, she can't fight, you know? She's a damsel in distress, basically, so... You know, Kyle Reese can be the actual final boss, and then the final cutscene could be you killing Sarah Connor, and, you know, you complete your whole objective of the game, you know? Gatling gun from Terminator 2, yeah. But anyway, some other ideas for levels. So I talked about how the first level could be you taking on that gang of street punks, right, where you get your clothes. Well, another level could be, of course, the police station, you know. The police station would 100% be a level, you know. So just like the movie, you have to, you know, recreate that cool cutscene, I'll be back, right? Gets in the car, drives it into the police station, and a big fucking shoot off in the police station. That's obviously gonna be a level, you know. Mowing down all these cops, dude. So that's a level there, 100%. But also the nightclub as well. The nightclub would have to be a level. Now, this is another level that would have to be quite different from the movie because for anyone that doesn't remember, when he goes into the nightclub, so he goes in there and he tries to kill Sarah Connor, right? But everybody just runs out and basically he just gets shot a few times, gets knocked over, and then they leave, right? So it's like, okay, well, how would we transform that into a big battle? Well, I think a way of doing it would be a battle against bouncers, you know? It's a nightclub, right? So obviously there's gonna be bouncers there. So that could be who you fight in that nightclub, you know? You go in there, you get the cutscene, right? The cool cutscene where he tries to kill Sarah Connor, right? So Kyle, he shoots you with the shotgun, slows you down, they end up escaping, but then he leaves you behind with all the fucking bouncers and shit, you know? So, you know, you got a bunch of bouncers fucking you up and shit, and that could be a big-ass level there, big-ass shootout, you know? I think in the movie, they escape out the front, so what they could do is, they could have them instead escape out the back, so, you know? So the cutscene plays out just like the movie. Arnold tries to kill Sarah, gets shot with the shotgun, gets knocked down, they escape out the back instead, you know? They actually escape out the front, but, you know, we could have something where they end up having to go out the back, you know? And that way then, rather than Arnold just being like, okay, I'll just run out the front, instead, he has to shoot his way through this club, out the back, right? Going through all these bouncers, you know, you have some cool environmental hazards and shit, some rooms to explore, and then, you know, you have to make your way to the back, right? So it allows for a big level. You know, explore the back rooms, you know, get some loot, you know. And that could be a level right there. Which is obviously very different from the movie, because, you know, there is no resistance. Also, another level is that, of course, we have to have the cool car chase as well, you know, because you have a couple of chases in the movie, of course. You've got the two chases where the first one is where I think is it after they leave the club, right? They get into the car and then Terminator chases them in a police car or something. So that could be a level, you know, a car chase level. And also the motorbike level at the end of the film as well. Those could be levels, you know. Bit of a change from the main combat. You have some vehicle sections in there, you know. Make them good, of course, obviously, you know, don't make them fucking lame. You know, have some cooler shit in there, you know. Having to avoid vehicles and obstacles, you know, actually make it engaging. Don't make it, like, mind-numbingly fucking boring or whatever. But, yeah, there could be levels, of course. What's your favorite Terminator game? I mean, I don't know. There's not really. I mean, from the ones that I've played, there's not really any good ones, dude. There's a lot of shitty Terminator games. I think the only ones that I've played is bloody. So the PS2 ones and the. Was it Terminator Salvation or something? So not really any good ones. Vehicle sections in third person, yeah, they could be, yeah, absolutely, you know, because you know, I don't know about you, but first person driving is not my preferred way of driving. So you know, make it third person, why not? Yeah, and yeah, like I said, but you know, you have to actually make the driver sections actually fun. You know, don't make them like mind-numbingly easy, where all you do is just, oh, we'll just chase the car and don't let him get away, you know. Make it actually more interactive, you know. Have some obstacles and shit, you know. Make it actually have a little bit of difficulty to it. Don't make it annoying, of course, but actually add enough depth to it that it doesn't just become like pointless. You know, have some jumps, whatever, you know, some dramatic jumps, why not? You could have a little bit of vehicle shooting as well, like maybe, shit, maybe you could throw some cop cars into the chase, you know, like there's not usually, there's not any cop car, there's no cops in that scene, but why not do, you know, rather than it just being you chasing, Kyle and Sarah, you know, they, have cops, you know, which makes sense, because, if there was fucking two crazy drivers and, gunshots going off, there would be police, so, you know. You could add a little bit of resistance, have some cops where you have to shoot them, you know, incorporate the a little bit of vehicle combat, you know, you have to slam into them or shoot their tires. You see, it could be a cool little section. And then same for the motorbike, of course, you know, the motorbike part. Maybe one way you gotta catch up to Kyle and Sarah while avoiding Kyle dropping dynamite. Oh, yeah, of course. I forgot about that. Yes, absolutely. That's it. Yeah, that's with the that's the final chase at the end, isn't it? Before the lorry shit. Yeah. So that is definitely gonna be a chase as well. That's the motorbike chase. Yeah. So you have the car chase, right? You have to chase them in the car, avoid obstacles, shoot pursuing cops, right? You know, shoot their tires out, you know, ram into them. So that could be a vehicle chase. And then the other vehicle chase could be, obviously, the one on the motorcycle. And to make it a bit different from the first one, you have also Kyle dropping the bombs as well, the pipe bombs, right? You see, that's awesome right there. Add shortcuts to keep up with them. Yeah, sure, dude, you know. I like that right there. Add a bit more depth to the you know, the route, dude. That's a good idea right there. Motor vehicle chase levels definitely needs to be a thing. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, god damn, dude. Shit. If you finish the game with all collectibles, you unlock the secret story mode, Terminator vs. RoboCop. What a little bonus side story, kind of like separate ways or some shit. Shit, man, why not, dude? You know, why not, man? Rather than making it some fucking stupid collectibles we don't get all, you know. Man, this game already sounds seriously fucking badass, dude. Also, you could obviously as well. You've also got to get the new outfit because obviously, you know, you get those clothes at the beginning of the film from the street punks, but about halfway through the film, when he's leaving the motel, right, and he's walking down the hallway, he has new clothes, right? The badass leather jackets. Yeah, we're definitely gonna have the badass leather jacket in there, dude. That's, you know, have that in there. I know it's first person, but it could be cool for the cutscenes, obviously. So. You may not be able to see it in the first person perspective in game, but you can still see it in the cutscene. So, you know, have the starting outfit and also the cool leather jacket as well. That's gonna be in there, and of course, you know, like, and obviously you have to have all the iconic cutscenes as well. You know, like, you're not gonna have every single cutscene, but you're gonna have the main ones, right? You're gonna have. You know, him teleporting in, you're gonna have the gun shop scene, you're gonna have the one where he's on the phone, with the phone book and shit, right? Trying to figure out Sarah Connor's address, you know? You're gonna have the cool, the scene where he tries to kill her in the club, you know? You're gonna have the I'll be back scene, of course. The, what other scenes is there? I literally just forgot. I was thinking of one, I just forgot. But yeah, you know what I mean. All the best scenes, right? All the legendary scenes. The motel scene, of course, where he's thinging his eye, right? You know, where he's in the chair and he's fucking cutting his eye open. Of course, that's gonna be in there. That's a fucking iconic scene. And also the scene where he's walking down the hallway and the fuck you asshole, that's gotta be in there. That shit's hilarious, you know. You got a dead cat in there? Fuck you asshole. You're gonna have that in there, obviously. The fucking cut his eye open scene, walking down the hallway, right? That's gotta be in there. So all of them iconic scenes. And also new scenes, of course, you know, you're gonna recreate all the iconic scenes and add your own scenes to make it flow into its own story. This is a good stream crawl, yeah, do you like it, dude? Do you know what, I thought the stream might have flopped, but it actually turned out well, dude. Hey, fuck Latalaras and King of Hun, man, they were hating on this idea, can you believe that, man? King of Hun, he was hating on this idea, saying it was a shit idea, you know? Nobody wants to see this idea. Nobody wants to see this shit. It's terrible, you know? No one's gonna show up. It's a horrible podcast idea. A small section of killing all the cops and RoboCop at the end. Or in the game mode. Hey, shit, why not? You know, like a short little 2-hour campaign, dude. Could be cool. Arnold in the strip club, yeah. Yeah, if making like Terminator 1, why not have 2 campaigns? One for the Terminator, other one for protecting Sarah. Do you know what? That's actually a fucking cool idea. Do you know what? That is a cool idea, but the thing is like, how would you make that into, how would that work? Because the thing is, obviously, Kyle Reese is not going around shooting everyone, you know? Like, basically all he's doing is he's protecting Sarah from the Terminator, so, like, how would you structure the levels, you know? Because he's not going around killing cops, he's not going around killing, you know, street thugs and shit, so I'm not sure how you do it, you know? Like, maybe you could have, maybe instead, perhaps maybe you could have certain levels where you play as Kyle Reese, you know? Like, do you know what? Earlier you were talking about stealth, right? Do you know what? I don't know about this though, because this kind of sounds like some fucking gay shit, you know, like this sounds like Marvel Spider-Man situation right here, you know, where you have the Mary Jane sections. Like, this is supposed to be a badass game where you play as a Terminator, so the idea of like having a level where, you know, where he's hiding in the clothes shop, right, where the police are chasing him, you know, like that could be a way of incorporating a playable level as Kyle, right? So you switch from Arnold to Kyle, and you have a stealth mission in the clothes shop where you have to avoid the cops, you know? That would make sense, but I don't know if I like that idea, you know? Like, I don't like the idea of having some gay stealth section in this fucking game. This is supposed to be a badass, balls-to-the-wall action game, not stealth, so, you know, as much as that would make sense, and a good way to incorporate a playable section with Kyle Reese into the game, into the campaign, I don't think I like it, you know? That reminds me of Marvel's Spider-Man, dude. That sounds gay, man. But you know what, maybe you could do it in other ways. I'm just not sure how, because, you know, Kyle he's a protector, you know, he's not going around killing people, so... Didn't Sarah get it on with dude protecting her? Oh, yeah. Yeah, it did. Isn't he John's father? Yeah, he is, right? Yeah, he is, because when he's talking about him, you think that he's his friend, but he's actually his father, yeah. Or something, I don't know. It's still a little bit confusing, honestly. Two campaigns from Kyle's and Terminator's perspective, yeah. Yeah, it is a cool idea, but the Kyle campaign, I don't know how you do that, you know? How would you do that? Like, logically. Like, obviously, you know? Like, obviously, you could completely steer away from the movies and have him, like, you know, shooting up fucking cops and, you know, killing cops and killing street thugs, but it seems to have character, that's the thing, you know? And, obviously, I've been, you know, I've not been making it one-to-one like Terminator 1, but I have been trying to make it as faithful to it as possible, you know? Obviously. I mean, obviously, we had to, you know, be a bit open-minded to allow it to make sense for a video game, you know, but I have been trying to make it logical to the movie and actually stay faithful to the movie, so, you know, having Kyle Reese, like, shooting cops and, you know, shooting up, you know, all these other people, it seems out of character. It didn't really, work, I don't think, you know? King of Fun will appear where you play generic games, yeah. Do you know what, man? It seems like that, you know? King of Fun is always saying, like, oh, I don't like this idea, I don't like this game, which is fine, you know? Which is completely fine, you know? Obviously, I'm not gonna force him to like everything, you know? I'm not fucking, I'm not Hitler or some shit. You can like or dislike anything you want, you know, but it seems like King of Fun is not a fan of the podcasts, you know? He's really not a fan of the podcasts at all. I think he's only a fan of gameplay streams, you know? King of Fun just wants to see me play fucking shit games and... I mean, dude, you saw on Discord, right? This guy over here, like, oh man, nobody wants to see you play these old games. Play these new games, you know? Nobody wants to watch these podcast episodes. They're boring, you know? A sex minigame with Sarah. Oh god, man, that would be fucking... Good lord. That would be super fucking... Oh man, I think that'd be horrendous. That'd be like some Heavy Rain type shit, dude. Can be a game where you don't die just for fun when the game makes you feel OP. At least in the movie they had time to bang before Terminator arrived. Yeah. Haven't seen Scorpio in ages. Oh yeah, you know how she is, you know. She only shows up for something that she could fucking... Oh, you know what? You know how she is, man. I don't need to explain it. She's fucking weird, dude. Seriously weird, man. I've never known anyone like that in my fucking life. Hey, do you know what though, man? You know, let's be honest, Dex, man. She's not missed, you know? Is she missed? I don't think so. I don't think anybody misses her, you know? Nobody ever brings her up, you know? Like, why would they miss her? All she does is talk about vile shit, dude. No one misses that. That's a good thing, yeah, you see? You know? Am I right or am I right? My goodness, man. Oh, man, but yeah. This game right here, man, I wish this game would happen. This game sounds fucking awesome, dude. Like, doesn't this just sound like a fucking badass video game? Like, this proves that not every licensed movie game has to be shit, you know? Because, that's the thing, right? Licensed movies have such a bad reputation of being terrible, but, man, this right here would be like, you know, a banger, dude. It would be an absolute banger of video game right here. Super fucking cool game. I would love to play this game. Dex don't like scope, yeah. You know what? She came in here a little bit the other day. I think Dex just completely was like, you know what? Get the fuck out of here, bitch. She only ever talks about weird nonsense. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, it's just over the top, dude. You know, like literally, that's all she talks about. Like, nah. You know, I tolerated it a fucking back then, but if that's all it's gonna be, then come on, dude. That's just ridiculous, dude. What is your idea for a Silent Hill game? Shit, man. Man, I don't know, you know? Fuck, I really thought about that, dude. What, like a sequel? Like a Silent Hill 5? Man, that's a hard task right there, man. That's a hard task to think of right there, dude. Well, of course, you know. I guess, obviously, you've got to have it be, you know, faithful to the old games, of course, you know. We can't be having no Resident Evil type situation where it just completely goes out of control, you know. No werewolves and shit, you know. Werewolves and vampires and, you know, Texas Chainsaw shit, you know. We can't be going off the rails here. We gotta stay true, you know, stay faithful to that formula. You know, that's the, you know, starting off. Would be a case where the fans could make a better game than the devs, yeah. That's the case a lot of the time, dude. For a faithful Terminator game, yeah. Yeah, I would love to see that for that Terminator game, dude. Crawler, we need a proper Alien Colonial Marines game. The one where we have, isn't all that. Oh, that game. Yeah, you know, that would be cool. That's an Alien game. Because, I mean, dude, look at the Alien games we've got, man. Like, I guess the, I mean, the latest one is like, well, actually, the thing is, there's a lot of Alien games. You've got, like, Aliens, what was it, Aliens Resistance or shit? Do you know what? I don't know anything about those games. That's the thing, you know? All those, like, multiplayer, what is it, like, Alien Fire Team or some shit? I don't know anything about that game. I don't know anything about them at all, you know? So, I mean, are they bad? I'm guessing they're not that great. I would probably end up murdering her, yeah. Dude, man, same, man, you know? I've had a lot of, tolerance for that chick, but she just goes over the top, dude, you know? Like, it's only funny for so long. It gets old, you know? Oh wait, that's what he was saying. You and Scorpio would be a good couple. Devs these days fuck things up. Yeah, they do indeed, man. Alien vs Predator 1 and 2 and 3rd. One are good, but can be better. I can tolerate Scorpio more than Shera. Oh, you can. I can't tolerate either of them, you know? Only a handful of decent modern games in this generation, yeah. Innit, dude? Very true right there. Very, very true, you know. And that's the thing, right? Like, you know, like I could take a look at, you know, we could like I could take a look at a game like, you know, Resident Evil or God of War, right? Games that I'm always shitting on, and be like, well, all right then. Well, if you're talking so much shit about the direction they've gone in, like, what the hell would you do then? You know, how would you make a new Resident Evil game or a new God of War game or fucking new whatever game you complain about? It's pretty simple, you know, just make it good, right? You know, make it like the games that they actually are supposed to be and just make them good. It's not that fucking hard, dude. I don't need to sit here and explain to you in fine detail about how to make a good God of War game, you know? It's pretty simple, you know, but the thing is they're not trying to make a good God of War game, they're trying to make something else, you know, so... A Condemned 3 would be cool if made by right people. Oh yeah, Condemned 3. Oh, something else, I would like to see a fucking Shaolin Monks 2, dude. I mean, the thing is, there's a ton of sequels I'd like to see. There's a ton of, you know, new IPs or whatever I'd like to see. That it's actually kind of overwhelming, honestly. But, you know, I guess a random one, I would like to see a Shaolin Monks 2 sequel, dude. Do you know what though? Another Mortal Kombat game I've always wanted to see is I would love to see a side-scrolling hack and slash Metroidvania on MK. Imagine that, man. A side-scrolling Mortal Kombat hack and slash beat 'em up Metroidvania. That would be so awesome, dude. And the thing is, man, there's a lot of potential for, you know, a hack and slash type Mortal Kombat game, you know, Shaolin Monks 2, right? Like, it'd be a lot of potential, dude. You have so many characters, you know, so there's tons of potential for enemy types and bosses, right? You know, and all these enemies have all these crazy special moves and attacks that, you know, it'd be so easy, right? It's so easy to find ideas for like moves and combos and special attacks and enemy types and boss fights, you know, kick-ass music, environment, story. It's all there, you know. You don't even need to sit down and think like, shit, how could we incorporate this into a hack and slash? It's literally perfect for it, you know. Like, we just sat here and we're like, shit, how would you incorporate Terminator 1 into a action-packed first-person shooter, you know? Like, it took a little bit of thinking, but my goal, man, Mortal Kombat hack and slash games should be a common thing, dude. It should be a fucking series, man. I mean, why is there like 15 fucking Mortal Kombat games, fighting games, but there's only like 2 fucking beat 'em ups, you know? And like fucking one of them's shit. I mean, what have you got? You got Shaolin Monks and you got Special Forces. Aren't those like the only spin-offs? What the hell, dude? So we got like one good fucking spin-off, that's it. Oh, man. Who was Sherry? Some chick that used to be around the streams. I thought you knew who she were. Did you not watch that, Did you not watch the first episode of the podcast where I talked about all the old viewers? You should watch that, by the way, Isaac. Because, you said you were looking forward to seeing that, right? I didn't see you there, so I assumed that you were busy, you know, but the VOD is still there if you want to watch it, dude. I want to see scrapped Half-Life 2 Episode 3 and Half-Life Ravenholm happen, but I wonder how they'd probably make them. Oh, yeah? Do you know what, Frost, man? There's tons of sequels and ideas for games and remakes even, you know, like, honestly, I would be here all fucking day, you know, but, like, obviously this stream here, I didn't want to just, I didn't want it to be just me talking constantly. I wanted to make this to I wanted to make this into an interactive stream, you know, but, yeah, I could sit here all fucking day talking about ideas for video games that I would like to see, you know. Maybe I should make it into a video game series, I don't know. I don't think it'd have much interest, but I don't know. I think it'd be a fun passion project to do, you know. And it would work much better in video game format. Not video game format, in video format, so, you know. Make it to a series where I talk about ideas for video games and sequels and shit, you know. Which is, you know, different from what this is, because, you know, this is obviously supposed to be an interactive community type thing. But yeah, dude, I got so many ideas for video games. You know, spin-offs and sequels and shit, man. Like I said, but I would love to see a side-scrolling hack and slash Mortal Kombat Metroidvania. That would be so fucking sick, dude. Oh, man. Picture that, man. A Mortal Kombat Metroidvania. Oh, man. So much potential. In a bit, Midori. Have a good day, dude. I want a Mortal Kombat game about Sub-Zero that plays like games like Sleeping Dogs. What, like an open world beat 'em up? Do you know what? Absolutely, dude. You know, like, I know that I know that I'm not the biggest fan of. I mean, I do like open world games. But I really do like my linear games. But honestly, that'd be cool, right there. You know, imagine that, an open world Mortal Kombat hack and slash game. You know, you could explore all the different realms of shit. This is my first podcast. Oh, so you didn't see the other one? Oh, no, it's just that, because I know that you said, I know that you were talking about how you were looking forward to, seeing that podcast, you know, listening to all the lore and shit, so, you know, it's available to watch. You can watch it, on my channel. Obviously, you can't watch it live, because it's already happened, but you can still watch it, the VOD, you know. You can catch up on it. Streets of Rage 2 is a classic beat 'em up. Yeah, that's a good one. Imagine a Bull Raicho first-person game. a Bull Raicho game. Hey, imagine if they made Shaolin Monks 2 and made Bull Raicho the playable character. That's what G-Star said once. Like a remake of Sub-Zero Mythologies. A remake? Oh, you mean like a good version of it? Yeah. Wait. I thought you didn't like side-scrolling games, Dex. I thought those weren't your cup of tea, dude. But yeah, dude, you know, of course, I would love to see a good a good version of Sub-Zero Mythologist, you know, a side-scrolling, beat-em-up platformer type thing. That would be sick, dude. That would be really cool, man. Really, really cool. There's so much potential for boss fights and shit, you know. Cool, cooler platforming sections, a ton of gore and shit, dude. Seriously. It's actually kind of crazy that there's never been anything like that, you know. You could have like different playable characters and different upgrades, you know. Scorpion, right? You could unlock all of these different combos and abilities and shit. Have some cool fucking juggling type shit, you know. And of course, a ton of gore, you know. Environmental type gore, you know, where, you know, in platforming sections we got like fucking you know, spinning saws and spike traps and, you know, stuff like that. You could have some crazy death scenes for like failing the platforming sections and shit. Hey Kingdom dude, very late bro, indeed, extremely late bro. Definitely late, bro. I mean, honestly, I was willing to stream until 8 o'clock. I was basically just gonna stream until either 8 o'clock or it slowed down. It seems to have slowed down, so I might end it. But we could always do a part 2, you know? Because I think for this stream here, we've mainly just talked about Terminator, so yeah. Honestly, the reason why I didn't title this stream as ideas for a Terminator 1 game is because I didn't think it'd go on for as long, but we were actually talking about that for quite a long time, dude. I thought we were just going to talk about lots of random shit. But, you know, if you guys want, we could do something like this again, you know. Maybe make it a more of a main focus, you know. Because, yeah. There's a few types of things that I think would be an interesting discussion. I think the best chance we get to see stuff like that in the future is the indie scene. Yeah, I don't think it'll happen though. Unless, NetherRealm Studios gives them the rights, you know, I don't think it'll happen. They should though, why not do that, you know? Oh man, I mean, come on dude. Mortal Kombat is such a milked franchise, why not just throw the rights to a small team, you know, from a bit of a budget and make them, you know, let them fucking make something, dude. I don't get why they don't do that. It's such a milked fucking franchise. You think they would do that, but they don't. But anyway, can't wait for the next God of War. Oh yeah, what do you think they'll make, dude? God of War, bloody, oh, I don't know. Whatever it'll be. We all know what's gonna fucking be, you know. We all know what it'll be, man. But yeah, do you know what, man? I think I'll end it here. It's slowed down a lot, so you know, to keep this into a you know, into something you know, good and proper for the VOD, I think I'll end it here. But I appreciate you all being here, you know. If you guys want to see you know, part 2 to this, then let me know, okay? Because this was fun. It actually had a better turn than I thought. And you know, if there's any particular types of games, because yeah, we were mainly talking about Terminator 1, so you know, for example, you know, say we do a part 2, part 3, part 4, whatever, we could do you know, dedicate one game or some shit, you know. Like, you know, we did Terminator 1 for this, so maybe, I don't know, part 2 we did, idea for fucking this or that, you know, so it depends, honestly. You can let me know what you think. But, have you seen videos of people making their own beat-em-up versions of Resident Evil? I have not, dude. Are they like mods or some shit? Nah, I've not seen them, but yeah. So hope you all enjoyed, man. Let me know, you know. Wait, take care, Crawler. Yeah, in a bit, dude. Yeah, in a bit, brother. See you all later, okay? Let me know if you want more of this shit in the future. And any ideas for future podcast episodes. And I'll see you all in the next one, man. See you this Friday for God of War. In a bit, people. Take care and sayonara.